Let's do this one. ReLIFE. I think I read this manga a long time ago. I don't remember much about it, but I do know he gets younger somehow. I don't know how, but man took a pill that made him look 10 years younger to attend high school. That sounds like this could get a little underagey. The man needs to be careful. Arata Kaizaki decides to take part in a research program, ReLIFE. He takes a medication that makes him look 10 years younger, and he is to attend high school for a year. That's a trap, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Moral of the story is always be prepared, because coincidence can be freaky, and in this case it made us smile. All right, let's check it out.
Kaizaki, a 27-year-old unemployed man, single and drunk. Basically, he is a failure, and on top of that, his mother calls him and tells him that she has bad news, saying, "I can't give you any more money, and that you are 27 years old, so it's time you stand on your own feet." All of a sudden, a guy shows up who knows everything about Kaizaki. He says, "You're unemployed, your mom stopped giving you money, and you're 27 with no steady job."
That's tough.
Kaizaki asks, "Who are you?" To which he says, "Where are my manners? My name is Rio," and reveals that he's from the ReLIFE laboratory. He explains that he's talking to Kaizaki.
And isn't his job really steady? Like,
for ReLIFE. Kaizaki asks
any job could fire you.
Rio explains that the experiment,
if somebody else pays you for your money,
all living expenses paid, and depending
it's not
on
steady.
how it goes, he could get a job.
Anything could happen.
Kaizaki asks what the catch is, and Rio tells him that all he has to do is test this pill. He explains that you'll be able to rebuild your life and be a teenager again, so he'll have the opportunity to correct all the mistakes he made, and Kaizaki agrees as he doesn't have anything to lose. The next day, Kaizaki wakes up and looks in the mirror, astonished to see he is young again. Rio then pays him a visit and makes him sign a contract, and also informs him that he will be attending school for the duration of the experiment. School begins and Kaizaki takes a seat right at the back of the class. However, he is approached by a girl called Hishiro, who is a prodigy but a bit socially awkward. She tells Kaizaki he's sitting in her place, so he apologizes and moves. The teacher tells him to put his bag away. When she notices a pack of cigarettes in there, she freaks out and gives him an after-school detention. The class take an exam, and after Kaizaki is finished, he is very worried because he couldn't answer
I agree,
anything.
Don't smoke.
When the final bell rings, Kaizaki goes
unnecessary,
to leave, but is stopped by his teacher, who reminds him that he has to stay after school. After lecturing him for a while, she tells Kaizaki to write an apology letter.
Exercise is the best drug.
When Kaizaki is leaving, he is ambushed by Rio, who informs him that it's his job to observe and report about his year. He asks him how it feels to be in high school after so long, to which Kaizaki replies, "It's been a total train wreck." Rio explains that the ReLIFE experiment was designed to rehabilitate those who've dropped out of society, so they can get back on the right track. The following day, the teacher reveals the students' test results.
Hold on now.
Kazuomi scored test following day.
That little statue. We staying on brand down bad right now. Oh my god.
Reveals the students' test results. Oga Kazuomi scored highest for the boys and Hishiro for the girls. Kaizaki receives
that's the only type of action we getting in this anime, I can tell.
Lunch, a girl called Onoya asks Kaizaki if he would
like to get out of here. Get out of here.
He finds the whole age
don't talk to her.
Weird, but ends up accepting, and Oga joins them. In the cafeteria, Kaizaki notices Hishiro
you're grooming
food, so he goes over to check on her. She tells him that she didn't bring any money today, so Kaizaki offers to lend her his. Hishiro asks, "How are you so comfortable lending money? It's like you're a grown-up." However, she ends up accepting it gratefully and says she will pay him back tomorrow. Later, Hishiro reveals to Kaizaki that even at her age, she doesn't have any close friends, and asks Kaizaki if she really is unapproachable. He says quite frankly, yes, but maybe try smiling a little more. She smiles and asks if this is good, to which Kaizaki tells her and to abandon the smile strategy. He tells her not to worry too much about it, and that you'll make friends in time. Meanwhile, Rio watches over Kaizaki just in case. He also tells him that when the trial year ends, they will erase the memories of all his school teachers and friends, so everyone will forget the existence of the 17-year-old version of him. He also informs him that if he tells anyone about the experiment, they will end the test immediately and he will go to being 28 without remembering a thing. Rio reminds him that only his exterior is 17 years old, but his mind and insides are still 27. The following day at school, Kaizaki finds a note in his locker from Hishiro, which contains the money she owed him and a thank you. At gym class, the girls are told to start with a 50-meter dash, and the guys start with handball toss. When it's Kaizaki's turn, he barely throws the ball a meter. The teacher asks what's wrong with him, and he complains that his arm hurts and his shoulder won't rotate. Everyone thinks he just sucks at sports, but we all know it's because he's really an unhealthy 27 27-year-old man. During the sprint, he falls flat on his face running, and one of his classmates
Damn,
carry him to the nurse's
it's supposed to be
After, we see Ryo
damn,
going
getting
over
carried off
Kaizaki's
like a
file.
princess.
It's been
It's
1
supposed to be
month
the
since he
prime of his
started
life
the
right now.
ReLIFE experiment, but concludes the whole thing appears to be progressing well. We also see him looking into one of Kaizaki's classmates, called Karyu, a very stubborn and competitive girl who is shown to be quite determined, as she came to the first day of school, sick, in order to beat Hishiro in the exams. The following day, Hishiro does her creepy smile at Karyu. We all know that Hishiro is actually trying to be nice, however Karyu misunderstands the gesture and thinks Hishiro is making fun of her because she beat her in the recent exams. A hatred began to arise in her, and when she was practicing volleyball, her partner abruptly leaves with 2 of her best friends, which breeds even more hate and envy in Karyu. After she returns the keys to the gym, she sees Hishiro's bag on the floor. She gets mad because Hishiro does everything so well without effort, and reveals that being top scorer wasn't just about the status, but proof she is supposed to be with Oga. She becomes enraged and takes Hishiro's bag.
Oh my god, this dumb drama.
However, she
Dumb
bumps
high
into
school
Kaizaki,
drama.
who asks her to show him to the staff room.
I love it.
Karyu apologizes and says I've gotta get home, but Kaizaki doesn't let her off the hook that easy, and asks why she has 2 bags. Karyu panics and tries to run away. She slips on the stairs and is about to fall down.
Oh my god.
But Kaizaki saves her just in time, or not. Kaizaki wakes up in
Damn,
the nurse's
you saw
office,
his ankle,
where the
that shit
nurse
went
reveals
straight
that
out.
Hishiro was the one who found them, and tells Kaizaki he did a good
I'm
job
making my
as he
ankle hurt right
shielded
now.
Karyu from the fall. After she leaves, Karyu wakes up and Kaizaki questions her on why she had Hishiro's bag. She finally comes clean, explaining that she was just going to hide it somewhere. Kaizaki says why. Do you think harassing her is the only way you can beat her? And goes on to explain that trying to knock others down a peg just means lowering yourself, and that the Karyu he knows is better than that. Karyu breaks down in tears and Kaizaki comforts her, saying that she's too busy comparing herself to others to see her own worth. He then tells her that she has the wrong idea about Hishiro, and in the end, he makes Karyu feel better with his older wisdom. Kaizaki talks to Hishiro and explains everything. She tells him that she's going to solve it by herself, and Kaizaki leaves. However, his protective instincts kick in and he ends up walking backwards, as he wants to make sure Hishiro is safe, when all of a sudden, Ryo pops out from behind a tree, surprising Kaizaki, but says you should be used to this by now, and wherever you go, I go too. Hishiro finds Karyu to clear the air and they start talking. Meanwhile, Ryo and Kaizaki are spying on them from behind the tree. Karyu admits she hates her, saying that you took everything I wanted, and that every time our eyes meet, you made fun of me with that smile. However,
oh my god, shut up.
It's just the way I smile, and Karyu realizes she misunderstood her the whole time, and they become friends. The days pass, and Oga along with Onoya surprise Kaizaki at his house. Kaizaki gets crazy since he has cans of beer and many other things that will give his real age away, so he hurries and puts everything away. They go in and study
look
for
at all
a
that
while,
beer.
but in the middle of it, Oga is called to work,
way too much.
so he has to go, leaving Kaizaki
Japanese
and Onoya
people,
alone.
though, like,
Ryo
they
bugs
really drink a
Kaizaki's
lot of
place
beer.
and begins listening to
I did
their
not know
entire
that.
conversation
It's
on
just
the cell
crazy.
phone. He realizes Kaizaki is
They
alone
really
with
into
Onoya
beer.
in his apartment, so he hurries over in case anything happens.
Doesn't seem like
Onoya
they would
tells
either.
Hishiro that she's in love with him, but Kaizaki rejects her as it would be wrong, and at that moment, Ryo arrives. However, it is revealed that Onoya is actually 27 years old, and an employee of ReLIFE. She also took the pill, which is why she looks so young. And we come to find out she was in fact testing him, because some ReLIFE test subjects take the opportunity to get with schoolgirls during the experiment. Kaizaki is
Oh my
adamant that he
god.
would never do something like that, but they explain it's just a precaution because things with the last test subject went super bad, and that's why they monitor Kaizaki so much. Later
Who was
in
the last
volleyball
one?
training, a girl called Tamarai passes out from lack of sleep, and Karyu sprains her ankle, so she won't be able to participate in the upcoming volleyball tournament. Tamarai tries to comfort her, but she throws everything back in her face, saying I'm not a prodigy like you and I need training to be able to play well. After that, days went by without them speaking to each other. Karyu's childhood friends eavesdrop on what they're saying, so they drag Karyu over so she can hear what Tamarai really thinks, which is that she's a raging B-word who is unbearable to be around. Just kidding. What she really says is that sports is the only thing she's been exceptional at, which earned her a lot of resentment from other kids. But then she met Karyu, who made her want to continue playing volleyball. When they finish talking, they get up to leave, and when they open the door, Karyu is right there with her friends. You would think
looking
that
a little
after hearing
sussy
Tamarai's
baka.
feelings, they were going to fix it, but Karyu is still angry. Tamarai begs her to stay on the team, but Karyu says she already told Sensei she is retiring. Days later, the final match of the tournament arrives, and Karyu doesn't go so they start playing without her. Meanwhile, Hishiro persuades Karyu to make up with Tamarai as she wants to be friends with both of them, and after some heartwarming words, Karyu agrees to make up. She shows up to the game and her teammates are happy to see her. They play the rest of the match out, however they end up losing the game. But friendship is what matters the most. Later, Oga finally realizes that he is in love with Karyu, so at the festival, they make it official and start going out together.
Nice.
On the other hand, Kaizaki accidentally fell in love with Hishiro, and it seems
Oh,
that she
no.
did too, but he doesn't want to do anything because
Oh,
he's
no.
27, and later everyone will forget him
Underage.
anyway. However,
Well,
we come
not
to
underage
discover
over in
that
Japan.
Hishiro
That's
was
a
in
little
fact another
yeesh.
test subject for the ReLIFE experiment.
But in
And
the
we see a
USA,
flashback of when Rio
underage.
approached her and talked with her about it. So pretty much, neither of them know they're both on ReLIFE, so they're holding back as they think they'll forget each other. But we know they won't, as the subjects of ReLIFE
the
get to
plot
keep their
thickens.
memories. Nevertheless, they cherish the moment and watch the fireworks together. Later,
Yo.
Kaizaki tells Hishiro to make lots of friends
No.
and enjoy every
Kiss
moment
her
of the
now.
feast.
Now
And
that
she
y'all- I
tells
know that
Kaizaki
y'all are
she will never
older.
forget him.
Do
He
it.
says, "I will never forget you either." And this brings the anime
Oh my
to an end.
god.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. See you in the next one. Take care.
I need part 2. I need part 2. I need it.